whenever they hear me or see me out on the headphones. They doing some work out here, but I was just relaxing. Concentrated, man. So beautiful out here. Take all this for granted, man. Grateful for all of the leaves. So beautiful. What you run into? Where you try to get? What you think gonna be there when you get there? What you think gonna happen? You gotta plan all this out. What you think gonna happen when you get there? When you get rich with your money, you're gonna be happy. You happy when you get your money? Life gonna all work out for you and shit. All your relationships gonna be good, or you just gonna cut people off. Forget God's still in charge, man. The Buddha's conquest is beyond all conquests. The Buddha's development cannot be measured in worldly terms. Whose range of vision is infinite, who has no feet of clay. On what feet can anyone deign to lead the Buddha? The Buddha is one who has crushed the bonds of desire, the laws that lead one astray. On what feet would you have the Buddha move? For he has no fear. Even gods cherish the vigilant Buddhas, meditative, wise, peaceful, and free of passion. It is difficult to be born human. It is difficult to conduct life as a human being. Rare is the opportunity to hear the Dhamma. Even more rare is the appearance of a Buddha. To shun all evil, to do good, to purify one's heart, this is the teaching of the Buddhas. Patience, that is enduring, is the best discipline. Nirvana, say the Buddhists, is the highest goal. Whoever hurts another is not a monk. Whoever insults another is not a renunciate. Right speech, harmless, restraint. According to the monk's discipline, moderation in food, at peace and remoteness and solitude, devotion to higher meditation. All this is the teaching of the Buddhists. A shower of gold pieces cannot satisfy craving. Sensual pleasures bring little sweetness, cause much suffering. The disciple of the Buddha finds joy in the extinction of desire. What is desire? In a plain way is all that shit that occupy your mind in that place of peace. All the stuff you can't take with you when you're not in the flesh. Anything that only can serve the flesh. Position, a desire for a certain position. But that's fear. When you desire a certain position, you're in fear. You're in fear because you want to exert your will on others, because you feel like your world would be a little better if you was in control. So, avoiding the poisons of desire. And I hear a lot of people talk about peace and trying to reach a state of peace and love, but they define it all for themselves. They define peace and love for themselves. They don't ask for the definition from who created it. They make their own of it. And that's an illusion. And then they go out here and try to live in that illusion and it don't work. And they think peace ain't real. And they think the nature of life ain't peace. Because they're living in an illusion. Peace is the tree. And even in the storm, branches is blowing crazy. You'll never hear the tree whine or complain. Peace and faithfulness go together. You gotta have faith to be at peace because you gotta know, even in that storm, that you still with God and God's still with you. That these universes still God, that the storm is just part of nature, it's just part of being on earth. Storms happen on earth. Storms happen in the earth life. Peace is knowing that. You don't gotta check the weather, you know? It's peace. Give me a second. We back. I want to know how many of y'all, like, I don't know, but I don't really concerned with the numbers. Whoever sees it, whoever watch. Whoever can hear this and whoever it come for a reason. How many of y'all just actually just be still? Like, how many of y'all just stop moving? Like, just sit down and meditate or sit down and think and contemplate or just watch. How many of y'all actually pay attention to y'all world? How many of y'all take responsibility for y'all world? Not complaining, but taking real responsibility and saying, I did it. Not blaming nobody. I don't blame my mama, I don't blame my daddy, I don't blame nobody. I did it. Shit, I even say I did that bullshit. Fuck it. I don't put nothing on nobody, man. My life is mine. I ain't giving you that. I ain't giving you none of that. It used to be mine. I gave it to God. It's so interesting. I was reading my I've been keeping a journal for a long time, and I don't know why. It's something that stuck with me from early school. And they used to tell us keep journals. I actually still kept journals throughout my life. Because I don't know, I can't tell you exactly why as a young man, but from now having this perspective, I can only say that I was doing it to be able to go back and study myself and see, not having this complete thought as a youngin', but wanting to see the progress in myself. Like wanting to see real progress in myself. So I can go back and see, and correct mistakes now, and even throughout my life I was able to do that. Because if I go back in my journal, and like I said, I kept these for a long time. If I go back in my journal and it's 2017, and I look in my journal at 2009, and I'm doing the same shit, I gotta correct something. Especially if I haven't found happiness and shit like that. So I'm looking in this book, and I noticed that I was going through I've been going through a genuine spiritual journey, a genuine awakening process. My journals look like suicide notes. Some of them, because It's me looking at my world and not wanting to live in the world that I created. It's me looking at my world and knowing that this ain't what I want. It's me being false, living in this illusion and having this ego and wanting to escape it all, but not knowing how to escape it. Only knowing how to escape life through death. Not knowing that you can escape this illusion through life. Life brings life. And I was bleeding, and I prayed, and I was honest and open, and I repented, and I rebuked myself, and I kept my own counsel throughout my life. This is why a lot of people don't know me. I'm like a popular stranger. People can tell you things about me, but they can never really tell you truly who Antonio Hassan is, who Tone Pope is. They can't tell you truly. Even my friends who know me as a rapper, I went to the studio by myself. So you probably have to ask somebody like the, you know, who I spent time with. You have to ask G. You know, you have to ask Sudan. You have to ask them as far as Tone Pope. You know, as far as like cut, as far as like banging, you have to ask the people I was around. And then there's just so many pockets of me. But just looking at all that, seeing that this has been a genuine experience, and you feel like this just happened and it was just almost overnight, but it wasn't. It's something you asked for, and it's something I've been doing it for since a child, like for a long time. Seeing spirits, seeing things, and having nobody in my world being able to explain these things, but always having a curious mind and searching for the answers. And then seeking liberation. Seek and you shall find. Seeking liberation. I sought liberation. I'm not saying I don't know what being there is. I don't know if there is a there. I'm saying here is it. That's it. Like there is no there. Here is it. Right now where I'm at. This is being the Buddha. This is being the Christ. In that moment you in. When you make that God decision. When you make that beautiful decision. When you step outside your box and decide to go speak to your brothers and your sisters, knowing that they're going to ridicule you, knowing they might disrespect you, knowing that they might think you crazy as hell, knowing that they're going to hold you to your past and your past allegiances. You understand? Knowing that, but willing to put your neck out because you will be my testimony. You will be my witnesses because you witnessed the filth. You witnessed it all. You witnessed it. You bear witness to me being in hell. You knew I was. And now I stand here right now and tell you I'm not in hell no more. So you my witness. Because now when we interact with each other, you still my witness. But now you bear witness to something else. Something I can't put a finger on. It's on you. The world lost. The world lost. And people know God when they see God. So people who run from God gonna run from you. People who running towards God gonna run towards you. That's a fact. That's just how it go. You know, I was in the Everything Natural store. Cool store, good store by the way, great people. I'm in the Everything Natural store. And my man in there, we kick it about. We just kick it. Whenever I go in there, we kick it. We ran across each other on Facebook, just kick it, same kind of shit. So we in there, we speaking about just normal shit. And we just happen to, of course, we talk about current events. So we just happen to be talking about some. Other people was there. People listen indirectly, and you know. So somebody was outside and waited for me. One of my brothers. He's one of my brothers. It don't matter what he looked like. You know, I'm tired of speaking like that. But one of my brothers. And he follows the master. He's a student of the teacher. You know, and he waited outside respectfully and politely to have a small dialogue with me, just to see what I thought about certain things, because especially right now during politics. It's a crazy time. I spoke my piece. I just told them what I thought. My only thing is now I can't speak for myself. So even when what I want to tell you, I can't tell you. Um, I've opted out of just speaking to myself. Now don't get it fucked up. I speak to my homeboys in my old voice. The only one I speak to candidly and all open to is my lady. And God is really, and God and my friend. And my friend who isn't materialized. And I thank you for it. But I didn't really get to dig in though. And the reason I didn't really get to dig in is because I'm not disrespectful, and I don't want anyone to like feel disrespected or feel low in any way. So I try to just talk to, I try to gauge people almost and let spirit take course. But had we had time to sit down, I would have told him I thought about politics, what I think about gangs. Coming from a gang lifestyle, it's the same shit with different pamphlet, as above, so below. I would have told him that this country, our country, that was meant to be a united country, that was meant to basically be the headquarters for it. I don't know if you ever read the raw material, but the law of one, the law of unity, the love of God. This place was supposed to be a hub for humanity. The United States, not just uniting the 50 states, but uniting the world. Uniting the godly state of consciousness. See, we didn't bring false gods here. They came, but we didn't bring them. That's why we don't go through heavy limps in the name of God. We do it over money. We do it over... We gangsters. We just gangsters. We just plain gangsters. That's just what it is. And then... You know, I would have told them that there's not a political party in place for humanity, in place that stands for truth, and love, and goodness, and beauty. We don't have that. But I did tell him this. I said the people of this place, of America, is fucked up because they're divided. Because they don't understand that all of us are getting fucked. Because they think a slow fuck isn't a fuck. Slow fuck ain't a rape. Because somebody like Candace don't mean they ain't raping. Don't mean they not taking advantage of it. Just because you get caressed don't mean you're not getting molested. You see what I'm saying? Just because it feel good don't mean it's gonna feel good afterward. When you're pregnant with that hate, when you're pregnant with that greed, when you're pregnant with that fear. They gonna get you pregnant with that bullshit. I would have told them that at this point it's time to opt out of politics. There's nothing else to do. Let the politicians be politicians, and the people need to have a plan for themselves. But the people who chase power play that game amongst themselves. You don't have to play that game, but you invested in it with them. Heaven don't require sacrifice, just no illusions. You want to take it, leave it too. So you can't be righteous and still be chasing the other world. It ain't gonna work. Because what you gotta do to live in the other world, to maintain in the other world, what you gotta do, it don't work. It's not conducive to this lifestyle. All your little revenge plots, you gotta let that shit go. You gotta give it to God. Forgiveness, you got to give it, you got to forgive, you got to give it, before you even get there, you got to know you're going to have to forgive somebody, so forgive them anyway. So when it happens, it ain't even no big deal. The apology don't even mean shit, because you already went through it. Nah, it's cool, fam, I expected that from you. You ain't even got to talk. But you know you expected that. You already put that piece together. Concentrate on love, man. If you don't know what love is, then stop trying to define it. Stop trying to create your version of love. That shit don't work. Because you done got your version of love, it ain't work. Try to create your version of love. This God was here. Your love leaves somebody hurt every time. Your love don't work. I used to hate love. There's another word. I didn't know what it was. Is love not a word? That small word can't fit love inside of it. It's bigger than that. Stop waiting to live, man. Stop waiting until it gets better. It's already better. You breathing. Backpedal a little bit, but I also want to talk about, brother. I want to talk about how foolish it is for your right hand and your left, for your left hand and your right hand to be doing different things. When your body is the most important thing, your heart, your brain, your kidneys, your liver. Politics isn't concerned with the rest of the body. It's only concerned with the right and the left hand. So America don't even have a head. It's already been chopped off. Now you just got a body walking around with no head, just arms, reaching for shit. Trying to stay in control. Trying to lift up stuff and put more on the body than the body can handle. Because your arms just grip. You know, if you ain't got no arm strength, then you depending on your body, right? But what people don't realize is you can live without your arms. But to live without your brain, to not get just due to your heart. America having a heart attack, been decapitated. Motherfucking need detox, you hear me? That's what I think about politics. But what I think about you is you're more powerful than politics or any politician in the world. I mean, how can God not be? You gave them their power. How long they can keep their power, that's up to you. How long you gonna let them keep their power? How long you gonna let them keep their foot on your neck? Like I said, man, anytime we can build, people in this community, you want to build, we can build. It don't got to be on camera. You come pull up on my porch. You can go sit in my office. You can sit in the backyard, put our feet in grass, and let that sun touch us for as long as it's out here. But we don't got to bullshit, you know. That's not bullshit. If it ain't working, just leave the shit alone, man. It's not working. You're trying to keep the fallen world functioning. You think that's your responsibility. And then you complain about the fallen world after you upheld it. Alright. A lot of my brothers are seeking salvation and don't know it. Because these words have become so synonymous with religion, and religion has hurt us so much. We don't have to be stuck anywhere, you know. Salvation is real. You can be saved from yourself. You already chose it, now you just gotta make the choice. Peace be with you. I love you. It's time to slow down. Stop giving so much of your energy up. Stop being children of time. And realize that time is a tool of this life, of this plane, of this existence. And use it as such. And stop giving it away so much to people who don't value it and who have nothing to offer. There's nothing wrong with that. All of us are making decisions. They're not wrong for their decision. They're not wrong for yours. Create space between you and what's not serving. It's not serving you truly. And what you not serving in truth. Let it go. Define your world as your world. Give yourself the definitions. And when it don't make sense and it don't align with what you know to be true in your spirit, in your heart, let that go. And call out. Call in. Call in. There's nothing out there. It's all here. But you can talk to the tree and talk to God. You can talk to anything in existence and you're talking to God. Because God is everything. Peace be with you. I love you. Tell